welcome to a spooky edition.
This is Halloween, pumpkin scream in the dead of night.
So you didn't know I was going to do that, did you?
Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween, everybody. It's always good when you can get a chuckle out of your co-host with great character. That's my goal in life.
That was a lot.
It is Halloween 2025. We're so glad you're joining us today. Try to get that last little review channel shot in before you take the kiddos out for trick-or-treating.
Yep.
I don't know about y'all, but the way we normally trick-or-treat, we have a designated driver. We drink in the truck while the kids trick-or-treat. We follow them around.
You know, we've been going to fall festivals, because our kids are still little. So we've been doing the fall festival every Halloween, and this year they're not doing it. So we might actually go like legit trick-or-treating.
Fall festivals aren't really taking off?
Our church isn't doing it this year.
Okay.
So it's I'm sure there are other fall festivals, but I think we may, actually trick-or-treat this year.
I don't know if the trick-or-treat is ever fully recovered from COVID. I know COVID was one of the first years that I was trying to hand out candy here, and nobody came.
Yeah.
My wife got mad at me because I just sat at the end of the porch and big old box of candy, and I was drinking the whole
Right.
night. I miss that aspect, just like aspects of our childhood that are no longer around, like
Sure.
But, it is what it is. But anyways, happy Halloween, everybody.
Yes.
We're so glad that you joined us, and we're coming to you with an extremely special bottle here.
And in case they forgot, I'm Chris.
Oh. Because I guess we have to
And you're who are you?
I don't know.
Okay, well, a mystery man.
I'm Chad.
So
welcome to my house. So
special bottle today, Compass Box.
So Compass Box. A little bit of backstory here. Long time ago in a land far, far away, and it's taken a long time ago. We're talking about the early 1900s, late 1800s, early 1900s. In a land far, far away is a little place called Scotland.
Okay, very far away.
Scotland is one of those. I believe Scotland probably has more distilleries than it does people at some point. That's not a very accurate assessment, but there are a lot of distilleries in Scotland. Same thing for Ireland at the time, but they're all very geographically close. And there for a while, they just started shutting down, and I think that might have been kind of a deal with prohibition for America. There was not a lot of market for a lot of things, and a lot of distilleries went defunct. Well, if you know anything about distilleries, especially ones that are aged, like whiskey, you can go bankrupt and just have warehouses full of stuff.
Right.
So Compass Box comes along. Compass Box is what we know as a blender. And they'll basically just buy stock from distilleries, some of them defunct, some of them not defunct. But then they'll blend them up and they'll have different releases. Now, that's both a good thing and a bad thing. Some of Compass Box releases are very stable. They're going to come out all the time. Some of them have been considered what we call the one-offs.
Yeah.
You'll never see these again. This is one of those bottles that you'll probably never see again.
Yeah. So this is a collab with Reserve 101, which is a whiskey bar in Houston.
Yeah. Bar in downtown Houston called Reserve 101, and they did a collab. And this is not their first collab box. And I'm going to show some ignorance here, but I have not heard of many places doing bottle picks with Scotch distilleries.
Yeah.
Reserve 101 is the only place that I've heard, and I know of at least two that they've done with it. This is one. Another was just a regular. My wife took me there for my birthday one year, and their Glasgow blend that they bought, that they picked with them, was actually bottled on the exact day of my birthday.
Yeah.
April 27th.
Yeah.
So that was a real neat thing to go to. But
so this is to celebrate the 15th anniversary of Reserve 101, and so it's bottled at 101 proof, which is actually pretty rare for a Scotch. 101 is very common for a bourbon proof, but it's not that common for Scotches. So kind of that reference to the name of the bar, and it's actually a blend of 4 different Scotches. So you have a distillery near the town of Aberlour with a first fill Oloroso sherry. It's 53.2% in the blend. Then we have a blended Scotch parcel, which I don't even know what that means, but it's a primarily first fill Oloroso sherry as well.
Bourbon guy muddle his way through the Scotch portion of the
I can just read. I can read. That doesn't mean I know what I'm doing.
Was it
21.8.
Oh, the Simpsons movie. They elected me to lead, not to read.
Yeah.
Well, I've narrowed your choices down to 5 unthinkable options. Each will cause untold misery.
I pick number 3.
You don't even want to read them first?
I was elected to lead, not to read.
Yes. So 21.8% of the blended Scotch parcel, and then an actual Aberlour distillery, not a distillery near Aberlour. Recharred American Oak, so that's ex-bourbon cask, 15.8%, and then another blended grain parcel from Madeira Barrique, first fill Madeira Barrique, and that's 9.2%. So no added color and non-chill filtered. I think because Scotches are not required to not add color, and because this thing is dark, super dark, they wanted to be clear that they did not make it this dark with any added color. This is the color of the whiskey.
A lot of your scotches that are darker will have E150 added for that darkness. Scotland is just such a different animal when it comes to distilling and aging stuff. I've seen 12, 15-year-old scotches come out of Scotland that just look like dirty water.
Right.
Like they're very, very light.
Look like a well-hydrated pea.
One that really comes through to mind is there was it was a space side, not a space side, but I don't know. It was one from specs that I got that was 12 years, and it was an Isla style that was just, I mean, it was bare. It was like just a twinge of darkness.
Okay.
Like you dropped a couple of yellow drops of food coloring in.
Okay.
Water. But it was filled with flavor.
Well, this is very dark.
I actually fell into this bottle because I was sitting at the house one day, and they posted on the Facebook group, Houston Bourbon Society, hey, bottle dropping at these stores, and one of the stores was Twin Liquors in Kingwood down there on Westlake, Houston.
Okay, nice.
And so I was like, hey, I'll go down there and check it out. And it was posted I saw it like a couple hours later.
Right.
Probably not many bottles. I walked in, yeah, they had one bottle left. So I grabbed it without even thinking, and they rang it up. And I happened to, stupid me, took my wife with me when I did this one. It was like $100.
Ooh.
Like
Okay.
It was an expensive one, but man, is it a good bottle. And you can go look up the tasting notes from people that have posted about it on Facebook if you want. We're just going to give you our honest opinions here. This is not my first time having it. This might be Chris's first time that he remembers having it.
Sometimes
one, but he doesn't remember.
Sometimes late pours in a bottle share get memory hold. So it's lightly peated, which means that it might be more up my alley. It does smell very inviting. I am getting it's a little bit of that peat smoke, but like it's not. It's a nice.
Man, this is just a wisp. Wisp of smoke.
Yeah. And then just some of that.
Like you took the creme brulee torch and just let it go over some fruit a little bit too long.
For a smidge. Smidge, a tiny bit. I do.
We probably don't have the type of audience that needs to look up a dictionary thesaurus.
Well, it's like a really nice, like stewed fruit. I'm just like a really nice stewed red fruit.
I'm gonna put this in one of those characters, or one of those categories of. I guess you can just smell this all night long.
Yeah.
Ooh, Chris, look at them legs.
There's not a lot of sweetness. It's very like dense. It's very dense and very like rich, but it's not super sweet.
You know what that usually means?
It's gonna taste good.
Explosion of flavor.
Oh, let's see what it's got.
Oh, I could smell this all night, but let's drink.
Okay.
Let me analyze it.
Okay. Yeah, it is a long experience. It certainly is. There's more peat presence on the palate than on the nose, but it's not overpowering. And it really moved. I got like a malt chocolate note in like the late palate.
Did you find it weird how that smoky wisp note stayed throughout every stage of it.
Yeah.
It never got more intense. It never got less intense. It was like the tying factor between all those flavors. You know, it smells much more stewed fruity after the first taste.
Yeah, for me, it's like smoke and like hay, like wet hay. Almost like you tried to burn the wet hay and the smoke comes off of it.
Yes.
Um, but then it like moves through fruity pretty quickly, and all of a sudden I'm getting like chocolate notes, chocolate and malt, and um, man, like a bread, like a fresh bread, like a dark bread though.
Would you go pumpernickel?
Yes, if that's that really dark one that's almost black.
Yes.
Yes, that's kind of what I'm feeling.
I get behind that.
Man, the nose got sweeter after the sip for sure.
This is just a great pour. Like,
This is a Scotch that I can get behind.
of course, it would be the
$150.
bottle you'll never be able to
Yeah,
find.
right.
And when we say not you'll not be able to find another bottle. I don't know if we told this or not, but what is it?
$6.90.
690 bottles
Yeah.
total.
So
made.
sorry if this isn't relevant to the average consumer, but I guess you're just here for the ride today, YouTube.
You know, I
Ooh.
stopped short of saying you're welcome to come try it at my house, but
They know your birthday now.
they do not.
They're like 3 steps away from your identity being stolen.
See, but here's the thing: you need to have an identity that's not worth stealing.
You want to steal my identity and pay off all my debt?
Hey, I won't argue with that one.
Man, this smells better after a sip for sure. Like,
for context here, Chris is trying to keep me on track here, but I'm not going to let him do that. Chris works in the financial sector, and he's always telling me things that I need to do and not do, and mainly things I don't need to do. But
mainly things he needs to stop doing, things he's already doing.
This is a great pour. Like I think they nailed it with this one. But I don't know that I've had a bad pour from Compass Box.
Honestly, man, you know, it's because I'm not a big Scotch drinker. Even though it's a light peat, that peat was there on the first sip, but on subsequent sips and on the nose, that peat is moving more and more into the background. And I'm getting it like so that stewed fruit note is coming through in the palate now. And that really, it's like just a hot chocolate almost. Not, but it's not hot. It's like hot chocolate that's cooled down in that late palate, and some nice, some grape. I get some of that sherry influence now on the tail end and the finish as the finish builds. I get some of that grape and grape skin. It's this is good.
So I'll tell you, I had three of my top three Compass bottles ever made. One of them is, I think, being discontinued. You can still find it around because it had a large surplus of it. It's not going to be made anymore. It was the Spaniard.
Okay.
And again, I have to go look up exactly what it is, but I think it was like a wine finish, like a Spanish wine. Like it was a phenomenal bottle. But then there's Orchard House, which is super sweet and super fruity. If you like very fruit forward whiskeys that are sweet and very approachable, that's one. There's not a hint of smoke or anything on that one. But then there's a new one that they just come out with, Nectarosity.
Okay.
Which is really good. That is like alcoholic Sunny D is the only way that I know how to describe that. Like,
it's like orangey, citrusy.
It is super citrusy, but delicious. But yeah, I love.
Man,
I love everything about this bottle.
This pour from first sip to third sip and fourth sip is evolved a lot, and it is actually very tasty. Every sip has increased my rating of it in my head.
So enough to turn you into a Scotch fanboy?
Well, if the scotches all taste like this and they're $60 and available, and not one of 690 bottles, I'm always whiskey curious. So
I'd be willing, of those 690 bottles that Reserve 101 got the lion's share of those bottles. I would assume, anyways.
Maybe not. Maybe they got
or
20 of them.
Or maybe they got their share. The 690 was a 690 that were released.
Yeah. Yeah.
Either way, I would tell you to go find this spot and get this, but you're probably not going to be able to find it. And that's in Houston. You're not going to be able to find it.
Yeah.
So I think the odds get astronomically higher the farther out of Houston that
Right.
you get. In fact, I think they were only released at 4 or 5 stores in the Houston area. I was very surprised that Kingwood actually got some.
Right.
You know, it is what it is.
Well, I would say, unfortunately, unfindable. So I won't recommend it to people, but I will say that I am glad I've had it. I would give it probably like an 8.7.
I'm going 9.
We'll go 9.
It's good.
It's a very solid pour.
Unfortunately, we cannot go to the channel because you can't find it.
And I think even with the 8.7 and 9, it still didn't beat the red breast.
No.
The red breast
It wasn't the red breast. It was the green spot.
Is green spot?
Three goats of the channel so far.
Okay.
2 of them have been Irish. It was Blanton's because
right.
First episode.
And
it was red breast 12 cash strength.
Yes.
And it was the green spot Chateau Montalena.
I thought that the red breast still held it. Well, there we go. Got the green spot. Well, this is not better than that.
No.
But it is excellent.
I would say though, if you're in the Houston area and you're at Reserve 101
and they have a bottle, you definitely try it.
You better get you a pour of it. So go to Reserve 101, get you a pour of this. It's a fantastic bottle. They're very knowledgeable people. They know exactly what they're talking about, and the whiskey selection will make you weak in the knees.
Take an Uber down there.
Yes, take an Uber down there. Do not park in that lot next to it because then you'll get contacted by Daniel B. Kelly out of Denver, Colorado, and he's a jerk. And that's all we're going to say about that.
All right.
I've had a couple whiskeys, and I'll probably say exactly what I think, and we can't get it.
No, we can't. So, because he's apparently very litigious. Happy Halloween, everyone.
Screw him.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Enjoy your time with your family, hopefully. Throw a like and subscribe. Comment on the video.
Do not forget the dad tax. It is a very important part of trick-or-treating.
It's a vital aspect of trick-or-treating.
Y'all have a good night.
Yeah.